In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear.
Right now at noon, a close friend of Rashard Brooks accused of setting fire to the Wendy's where he was fatally shot, making her first court appearance.
This virus is deadly and remains a threat to our great state.
Governor Brian Kemp warning Georgians to remain cautious when it comes to COVID-19, where he says the state stands on fighting the virus right now. 11Alive News at noon starts now. Happening right now, one of the women suspected of burning down the Wendy's where Rashard Brooks was fatally shot by police is in court. Natalie White, described by her attorney as a close friend of Brooks, surrendered less than 24 hours ago. Nick Sturdivant live outside the Fulton County Magistrate Court with an update.
Hey, good afternoon, Sheba. This is Natalie White's first appearance, as you mentioned, and right now we have a reporter inside keeping a close eye on what happens inside that courtroom behind me. Again, as you mentioned, authorities believe Natalie White set fire to the Wendy's on University Avenue in Southeast Atlanta more than a week ago. Her attorney says she did not start it and says there are pictures out to prove it. Her attorney says that he had been negotiating her surrender with the DA's office since Sunday. He says she was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals at his office yesterday afternoon. He thinks she should be granted bond because she's from the area, and he says she doesn't have a criminal record. Now, it remains to be seen if she gets bond. Again, she's in court as we speak. We'll have an update later in the show. Sheba.
All right, we'll see you then, Nick. And so far, she is the only person arrested so far. Atlanta police and fire believing multiple arsonists are involved. Atlanta police had a section of University Avenue close to the Wendy's blocked for some time this morning. You can see almost a dozen police vehicles in the road there, and that allowed them to clear away the barricades a group had set up in front of the fast food restaurant, preventing even people who live nearby from accessing that area. You can read much more about the efforts to address the dangerous problem on 11alive.com. We now know the bond hearing for the fired Atlanta officer accused of murdering Brooks is next Tuesday. It had originally been scheduled for yesterday, but a Fulton County judge postponed it because it would have been the same time as Brooks' funeral service. Garrett Rolfe is facing 11 charges, including felony murder. Stirring gospel music and passionate speeches filling the 2-hour private funeral service for Brooks. His funeral taking place a week and a half after an Atlanta police officer shot and killed him. The service at Ebenezer Baptist Church only for family and close friends. Guests included Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and rapper T.I. There were tearful tributes to the 27-year-old father of 4 and also calls for a continued push for social and criminal justice reform across the country.
A revolution of values requires that we finally accept the founding document of our nation, that all men and all women are created equal. And since all men and all women are created equal, then Black lives matter.
To read more about Rashard Brooks' funeral, head over to 11alive.com. No rain right now. The chance for those summer storms back for another day. Let's get your update and your timeline from meteorologist Chesley McNeil.
All right, thanks a lot, Sheba. We are looking at right now a marginal risk for severe weather. Once again, we had this over our area yesterday. This means isolated severe thunderstorms are possible, so there will be a few that could pack some dangerous winds, maybe ends up to 58 or 60 miles per hour. Some very heavy rain will be associated with a few, and also some frequent lightning. We don't have any out there right now, as Sheba just mentioned, but we are tracking some thunderstorms that are back off just to the west, now just starting to cross the border, headed toward the Somerville area right now. A few lightning strikes associated with it dying out as it continues to push into our area. Clouds for the most part is what you're going to find. You can see some of that heavy rain over toward Fort Payne that will continue to push toward Somerville. So you get a good marginal to or moderate to heavy rain coming down, especially over toward Calhoun right along I-75, probably within the next hour or so. And then a few sprinkles down here to the south, but that will increase as we head toward the afternoon. We're watching this little cluster of showers that will be making its way toward us later on this afternoon. Temperature wise, we're right at 80 here in Atlanta. You're looking at 83 degrees in Duluth, 83 over toward Athens. Over here toward the east, we're at a little bit more in the way of sunshine. Temperatures are on the warmer side. Our forecast, we'll see a temperature up to about 83 degrees before those scattered thunderstorms get in here. We'll drop back down to 77 degrees with those scattered thunderstorms continuing. And again, some could be on the strong severe side. So if you have to go out this evening, take the umbrella with you and keep an eye on the sky. And if you don't have our weather app, go ahead and download it right now. Sheba, back to you.
All right, Chesley, thank you. This is new at noon. Governor Brian Kemp taking to Twitter today, delivering an update on COVID-19. He says the rate of positive tests is actually down at 8% compared to 13% on June 1st.
Our hospitalizations remain low and surge capacity is high. We have conducted more than 839,000 tests at more than 150 testing sites around our state, including 100% of nursing home patients. Let's stay vigilant in the fight to stop the spread of COVID-19. Wear a mask, practice social distancing, and continue to follow guidance from public health officials.
An update now on the increasing number of infections out of Troup County. Turns out a large number of the people testing positive are inmates at the jail, more than 70 to be exact. Now they're bringing in an expert from Emory to help. Christy Diaz has the details new at noon.
The Department of Public Health reports 186 new infections in Troup County just in the last week, a large number of positives coming from inmates at the county jail. The sheriff reports out of 316 inmates who were tested, 71 tested positive, and out of 48 tested staff members, 2 tested positive. Now they're working with the sheriff's office to get all the positive inmates quarantined and separated from general population. But the sheriff says that's more complicated than it sounds.
There's two things we've got to do. We've got to get them away from the general population, but we also have to be mindful of their charges. You know, we can't put people that are dangerous in there with a young kid that's in there for driving on suspended license.
They plan to use the annex just up the hill and a separate part of the jail to quarantine the inmates. And tomorrow, Dr. Ann Spalding, a professor from Emory who specializes in correctional facilities, will do a walkthrough and give recommendations on how best to handle the outbreak. In the meantime, the sheriff says they're providing inmates with masks, even though they can't force them to wear it.
It is our mission to bring you facts, not fear. So we want to walk you through the spike in cases for our state. The Department of Public Health reporting a jump of 1,750 new cases just yesterday. It is no surprise. A few weeks ago, we showed you this chart. It's the rate of transmission, a mathematical formula put together by the co-founder of Instagram. It tells how fast the virus is spreading. Right now in Georgia, our rate is 1.17. That means for every 5 people who have COVID, roughly 6 more people will get it. Just look at the average number of new cases each day. This week, 1,228. Compare that to the average number of new cases last week, which was 832. And that's when cases were beginning to rise. The health department attributing the increase to testing. While that doesn't explain the increase in hospitalizations, it is true testing numbers also surged yesterday as well. The Morehouse School of Medicine is now partners with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the proud recipient of a $40 million grant to fight COVID-19 in minority communities. Chanu Her has more on what this all means.
COVID-19 has devastated Black and brown communities, in part, experts say, due to a lack of quality health care and resources. On Tuesday, a new weapon to help combat the pandemic that has disproportionately affected these communities. The Department of Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health selected Morehouse School of Medicine to spearhead a $40 million project. The goal is to fight the disease in the most vulnerable communities.
The data suggests that unfortunately, racial and ethnic minority communities have been hardest hit in terms of the number of cases of COVID, hospitalization, and in some cases death rates.
The CDC's numbers show that minority groups combined make up far more COVID-19 cases than white Americans. Rear Admiral Felicia Collins is the director of the Office of Minority Health. She says Morehouse was chosen as the grant recipient because of its past work.
Morehouse School of Medicine has a history of working to respond to the needs of vulnerable communities that traditionally suffer from worse health outcomes.
Dr. Dominic Mack is the director of the National Center for Primary Care at the Morehouse School of Medicine. He says he's proud to be a part of the school leading the 3-year initiative.
President Dr. Montgomery Rice has always spoke about how we are out here to lead health equity. And what this does is it gives us an opportunity to act upon that.
The project is designed to work with community-based organizations all over the country to deliver education and resources. The network will link communities to COVID-19 testing, healthcare, and social services.
We recognized to be able to do a job like this by the national health system, I think is a commendation that we won't wear lightly.
That was Chanu Her reporting. Better late than never here. The wait is over for Atlanta Public Schools class of 2020. The district will officially hold live graduations next month. All 14 high schools will have a ceremony from July 20th to the 23rd, and it's all happening at Lakewood Stadium. Social distancing and other safety guidelines will be enforced. The full schedule is on the district's website. The fight for social justice making major progress under the Gold Dome. Georgia one giant step closer to finally getting a hate crime law on the books.
The vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this?
This is developing. Two teenagers shot in northwest Atlanta overnight. Police say they found the 17 and 18-year-old victims on Dale Creek Drive. One shot in the foot, the other in the leg. Investigators believe they were shot following a verbal dispute with a group of boys at another location. And now to a defining moment in our state's history. The Georgia legislature approving a bipartisan hate crimes bill yesterday. It creates harsher penalties for crimes motivated by race, sexual orientation, or religion. The bill now heads to Governor Kemp's desk. Calls were renewed for the bill after the death of Ahmaud Arbery in Glynn County. He was shot to death while jogging back in February. One of the three men accused of killing him told police he thought Arbery was behind some recent break-ins. In an 11Alive exclusive, Arbery's mother talked to our Hope Ford about the bill and how the family attorney says it may have Arbery's name on it.
I'm happy, but at the same time, I have to snap it back into reality that Ahmaud is gone. But, you know, his name will live forever, I think.
Ahmaud Arbery's mom, Wanda Cooper, exhausted but happy over the passage of a hate crime bill on Tuesday. She hopes the move will prevent other mothers from experiencing the same pain of losing a child in a potentially racially motivated crime. Her lawyer, Lee Merritt, points to the bill as one of several long-term takeaways created out of the current Black Lives Matter movement.
This new law is in place, and it will be in place next week,
or next month or next year when this issue is no longer trending.
The bill went back and forth in the legislature for a week, first adding police as a protected class under the law, then removing them and placing police protections under a separate bill that passed, a move that Georgia NAACP President Reverend James Woodall says proves there's more work to be done.
When we already have laws on the books that increase the penalty for crimes committed against that particular profession, and to only add to that in this moment signals to us that Black lives really just do not matter.
The vice president of the Anti-Defamation League calls the statute a defining moment in Georgia history with a clear message.
We are going to value you as an individual, and we're going to protect you.
But everyone agreed the bill is just the beginning, one piece of a much larger puzzle.
We must continue to stand together. We must continue to support and make sure that we get change. We just can't stop.
Absolutely, just the beginning. That was Hope Ford reporting. Governor Kemp is expected to sign the bill, but it needs a legal review first. Chesley.
Thanks a lot, Sheba. 12:15, the current time, and you take a look out at Rome. You see those winds blowing out of the west, about 7 to 10 miles per hour, whipping those flags around a little bit, and the rain starting to show up as well. You can see those. If you look at the trees, you can see those little specks flying by. Yeah, some light rain already starting in the Rome area, and so we're watching that for you. You got mostly cloudy skies up there, some peaks in the clouds yielding a little bit of sun, just a little bit. That's all you'll be able to see as we head through the rest of the afternoon. As far as your forecast goes for today, we are looking at, well, the possibility for more rain to push into the area, so your planning forecast should call for a slicker, at least, if you're going to be out. You don't have to be out, but if you're going to be out, looking at temperatures right around 83 degrees later this afternoon. Here's a better look at some of that rain that's pushing in. As you can see, up here to the north is where you're going to find that light right now in Floyd County. Over toward the Somerville area, though, it's pretty heavy rain coming down. We had a couple of lightning strikes associated with this back off to the west when it was over into Alabama. You still have some in Alabama, but at least the lightning strikes have begun to subside a little bit. That doesn't mean we won't see any thunderstorms. Some could erupt a little bit later on this afternoon, especially down here to the south. We're going to have another batch coming in from the south that will bring in some heavier rain. But right now, from Atlanta down through McDonough, Griffin, you're not seeing much at all, just the clouds. We got a few breaks in the clouds. For example, over in South Fulton County, you got a break in the clouds down there toward Greenville as well. But maybe just a few speckles coming down here and there. Temperatures in the 80s in a lot of spots. You got Athens, Duluth, Atlanta at 80, 80 also down toward LaGrange, 77 right now in Peachtree City, 77 in Canton and Rome, 79 degrees up toward Dalton, and 73 in Blairsville at the current hour. A couple features going on here. We have a front, weak front as well, sinking a little bit further down to the south. It's really stalled, and it's going to remain that way for today and into tomorrow. Got an area of low pressure there. You can see that counterclockwise flow there, but not going to make it over here. This front will just continue to drift a little bit further down to the south, and then it will wash out. Now, it's going to help to bring in the thunderstorms for our area. You see the marginal risk, that dark green shade, for much of our state. Far north, just a general threat, but we'll say from southern Gilmer County southward is where you'll find the possibility for severe weather, meaning winds up to about 58 to 60 miles per hour and a few of those thunderstorms, some very heavy downpours and also some frequent lightning. And it covers Atlanta, Athens, all the way down through Macon, in fact, the rest of the state as well. Here's how it times out for us in the forecast track model. You can follow along with the time above my big head there. You got the rain coming in to our west this afternoon. We'll continue to advance over toward the east. So by 3 o'clock or so, that could be around the metro area. Some brief heavy downpours, again, with some gusty winds, certainly possible. And then notice what happens to the south. You notice that heavy rain begins to push in. A good 60% chance for those scattered showers and thunderstorms. And I think it remains through the overnight that you'll see that. We'll have some lingering showers in the morning on Thursday. By the afternoon, a few scattered thunderstorms around. We'll give it a 40% chance for that to take place. And then on Friday, a 30% chance for the rain. Notice the clouds break up and then they come right back. And so by Friday, you're still looking at the chance for some rain. By the time we hit the weekend, it goes down even further. We had a tropical storm, Dolly, but now just a post-tropical storm. We'll continue to slide further out toward the east, so not worried about that. Probably our last update there for those of you keeping track of the Atlantic hurricane season. How about that dust we've been telling you about? Well, it's entering into the Gulf and will move over toward us by tomorrow and stick around right on through the weekend. Some good pictures of sunsets and sunrises, but may add some badness, at least, to our air quality. So we'll keep you updated on that as well. Near 80 for the high temperature on Thursday. Friday, 87 with 30% chance for the rain around. 20% chance on Saturday. Temperatures up to 90, 89 degrees by Sunday with that 20% chance for rain. Will be increasing in the evening going into Monday as we start the work week with a better chance for the rain. Sheba?
All right, Chesley, thank you. Our history books are filled with masked repetition. Up next, our Why Guy explains why deadly pandemics happen in the first place.
Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message.
The coronavirus pandemic is unlike anything this country has seen in 50 years. Pandemics of this magnitude are rare, but they do happen. But why? Here's our Why Guy to explain.
Our history books are filled with masked repetition. Pictures of masked travelers quarantined on a cruise ship are nothing new. Long before COVID-19, there was the Spanish flu that spread to 1/3 of the world's population, killing 50 million.
Really horrifying accounts of patients, as soon as they got into the hospital, they died.
Pandemics of that magnitude are rare, but over the past 100 years, there have been 2 others that have taken more than 1 million lives worldwide. Let's look at why they happen. Viruses mutate. Most of the time, the changes don't mean much to us.
Mutations in viruses occur all the time, and it is a little bit of a luck of the draw where that change happens.
Sometimes bad luck is involved. The genetic makeup of a virus determines how well it spreads or if it can cause severe illness. The Ebola virus is often deadly but doesn't transmit that easily. Others spread but with mild illness. And then there are those rare times.
You have the combination that transmits quickly. The second, it could be a disease that could be quite severe. There you have a recipe that is what we have with COVID-19.
According to the CDC, a flu virus can shift in a way that allows animals to infect humans who would have little or no immunity. Pandemics don't necessarily come decades apart. In 1957, the Asian flu killed 1.1 million people worldwide. It was followed in 1968 by the Hong Kong flu that took almost as many lives and had some of the same genetic makeup as the virus that swept the world 11 years before.
So interesting. And if you have a question for Jerry Carnes, our Why Guy, send it to us on Facebook, Twitter, or email. Major League Soccer is returning to Florida amid the pandemic. All 26 teams, including your Atlanta United Five Stripes, are expected to arrive in Orlando later today and then complete 2 weeks of training for preseason. The teams will then participate in a tournament on July 8th. There will be a 3-game group stage followed by a single elimination knockout round. All games will be nationally televised. Rebuilding together, how local artists are lending their talents to a business targeted by vandals.
Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
This is happening right now. One of the women suspected of burning down the Wendy's where Rashard Brooks was fatally shot by police has a court date, and we're going to take you live right now. It's happening virtually. Natalie White, described by her attorney as a close friend of Brooks, surrendered less than 24 hours ago. The virtual court hearing is happening on our YouTube channel right now. I'm taking a look at it. Authorities believe White is one of the people who set the Wendy's on University Avenue in Southeast Atlanta on fire more than a week ago. Her attorney says that she did not start the fire and says the pictures will prove it. Her case, again, right before the judge right now. He's making his argument. And we have a crew inside the courtroom, and we'll bring you updates on the 11Alive app and tonight, beginning on 11Alive News at 5. Some businesses that were damaged during the protest against police brutality are still rebuilding. The Carver Market in Southeast Atlanta is one of them, and Latasha Givens explains how local artists and customers are wrapping their arms around a grocery store that's been a staple in the community.
The Carver Market became collateral damage during protests, but as those who live and work here picked up the pieces, they also picked up a paintbrush, creating their own story, one that includes bold colors and the entire community.
We are Black, we are proud, we love our community. This is our home. We are a beautiful people, a strong, resilient people.
And that's what local artists and the community say this mural means to them. A new normal after recent protests left the Carver Market vandalized.
All of these windows have been broken and been replaced with wood and plywood.
Zuri Love is one of the artists leading the way.
The artwork is to represent all of the bullets that have been riddled, all of the people that have been hurt, all of the lives that have been lost.
Pamela Stringfield works here.
We've actually been hurt in this time. And so it's very devastating to come to a place that you love and to see it destroyed, to see it harmed.
But the liquid love overshadows the wooded up windows and broken bars, one stroke at a time.
The business is still moving forward. We have to continue to live. We have to continue to love. We need to continue to grow. And I think that this visual is going to give us an opportunity to do just that.
Whether you're a featured artist.
I am an artist that has been commissioned to come in and help support this whole cause.
Or a member of the community. On painting days, you too can pick up a brush and spread the love. And on the Carver's Facebook page, you can find out the days and times when you can come by and make your own splash.
It is beautiful. Thank you for watching 11Alive News at noon. I'm Sheba Russell. Please stay safe out there. Have a great day.
To 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to